What's up YouTube? My 5 lug hubs finally came in from ISR. Took about 6 weeks, and let's get them on the car. You may ask yourself, do I know how to put on the hubs? How hard can it be? I know how to loosen bolts, I know how to tighten bolts. Sometimes I know how to break bolts. Let's put these on that to get that. So after you get your cotter pin out, take off the cover. It'll leave you with the bolt exposed to the axle. And while the brake is still on, you want to jerk this around, otherwise it'll just keep spinning with the hub. So you got to sock it with the breaker bar. Get a little WD-40 up in there. Gotta put it on a little tighter. Let's see what happens. Once you get the axle nut loose, spins around, then you can take off the brake. Once you have the 2 bolts off, you don't need to take anything off the brake pads. You don't need to take the hose off or anything like that. All you're doing is moving it out of the way until you get the other one on. So with the e-brake off, just get it. Just remove the rotor. Alright, to give you an idea of what I loosened up here this camber rod, loosened up here this rear upper link, I loosened the tow rod, and then the lower control arm on this end and this end. As soon as I should take all these out, and of course I undid the coilover. Take this bolt out. Well, I got all the arms off from the knuckle, so the upper, camber, toe, and the 2 lower control arm mounting bolts. Then you had to hammer the axle through here because it gets stuck. And then don't forget this washer. I'm debating because I have all new arms coming and I got this far apart already. I might just want to And shit, I just want to go ahead and drop the subframe and do everything I was supposed to do. I'll think about it. So you'll brace the knuckle, get your breaker bar, put on one of these 4 bolts, and get a hammer. Alright, to get the knuckle off of the lower control arm, there's a cotter pin here. You get the cotter pin off. Needle nose pliers are really good for cotter pins. You get the cotter pin off. Then you get a 22 for the breaker bar. Hold it down. Because this ball joint's all busted, I don't really care about it, but if you hit along the side of the knuckle, since I don't care, just hammer right on off it. But usually you get a pickle fork, stick it right in there and hammer it and it'd separate it. Now that you got the knuckle off, you want to use your dust shield. You have your brake bolts. That's where you want these. You put it right on top until you have it match up. Just like that. Then that's blocking that, so that looks good. Then you get your hub. Your hub assembly, place it right on top, then you have your hub bolts, help it seat right. You get your 19. You don't want to torque one down too fast. You get one a little bit torqued. And switch sides. Torque it down a little bit. And switch side, and you keep alternating. So you got a lower control arm. Got to take off this plastic cover. And you have your knuckle. And it sits right there. So I'll turn it and slide it on. And then bolt it in. Found this is the easiest way. Because once you have it in, the axle is going to be blocking. You're not going to be able to get this tight enough. You want to be careful not to ruin your new ball joint. Slide the cotter pin in. And just bend one in all the way back. What I'm going to do is I'll slide the knuckle onto the drive shaft. Then I'll put it onto the coilover just to give it some support. And I'll lift up the lower control arm, put these two lower control arm pieces on, and then I'll put these other arms on. All right. Once I have all the bolts on, I'll take off the coilover so I can reach this bolt. And I'll put all the bolts semi-tight, but not torqued down yet. Once all the arms are tightened down, you can get the rotor and then put on the brakes. And don't forget, if you have a new rotor, spray it off with some brake cleaner on the front and back. Wipe it off. Looking sweet. Now it's time to put on the brake. Finally, after 6 weeks, the 5-lug hub swap is complete. Put on some Nismo lower control arms, Z brakes, Nismo lower control arms and Z brakes. Not too sunk in, but a bit. But these are temporary. These are going to be the drift wheels, so once we get the rear wheels, well, the real wheels, we'll have to see how those are. All right, peace out.